Happy Saturday morning, everybody. It's July 14th. It's about 11:30 a.m. I just got done cutting. This is a very tricky piece of property, folks. I was not going to have one hand on a video and another trying to run the tractor and combine, so I failed in taking you what I'll call an action video. All right, this is a very beautiful 40, which once was a hell of a lot more beautiful. I thought long and hard before making this video, if to even make it, because I can't really stand to talk about this area without some negativity. This is separated, this 40, because of all the twists and turns and some other jibber jabber that's going on here, consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different little fields, and they're all hay fields. We've been farming this probably well over 30 years, probably well over. Well, the owner passed away. Good man, used to farm, and some time ago all the property, and there was a good fair amount of it, got split up. Great family, good people, hardworking. The person that got this 40, including the in-law, I don't have the words. Boy, how do I say this? You know, I really don't give a damn if somebody local's watching this. I really don't care. And I'm going to tell you why I actually don't have to care either. Yeah, from day one of ownership, it's just been, hell here. We got kicked off the first year. After the first year, we got kicked off because there was a grand vision of building a golf course here, for God's sakes. I mean, we're talking some crazy crap here. This is a 40. Not to mention, you know, there's the big hill, big beautiful hill. So everything on this field land, which was all hay at the time, went bust because it went an entire year without being tended to. All right, so we got a phone call the following year. Now we're talking 15, 16 years ago or better. All right, we've changed our mind. Can you come back in here and take care of our property? Some plans we had didn't work out. Yeah, okay, all right. So 2 years later, we got kicked off again. There's a grand vision of planting sunflowers for the seeds and building a driving range, golf driving range. That didn't happen. So we called back the following year after another bust of a year. Yeah, keep up here, folks. You need to understand there's some pretty good heritage with farming this land. That's why there was a tolerance that was put up for this crap. Not to mention, the farm was dependent on this property. Got called back again. Okay, all right, we failed. We just want you to tend our property. You guys do a really good job. We just want our property taken care of. Okay, all right, yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, Dad ended up plowing most of this up, planting barley with new seeding alfalfa grass mix. Now, folks, we're talking about a lot of work here and some expense, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would you gamble with that? Well, what are you going to do? You have to. It has to be turned over at a certain point, okay? Well, just before, that year, that early summer, everything's growing real good. This huge fence goes up, and yes, this was all packed in with barley and new seeding, alfalfa grass mix for hay. Oh, shit. Oh, I should stop while I'm ahead. Okay, well, whatever. We don't own the land. We're happy to have what's here. Well, like I said, all this fence post went up and this all got blocked in for a big garden. Now I can't knock that. I'm trying to do the garden thing myself. Well, that was a garden, all right. There wasn't any tomatoes in there. Are you following me? So there was some trouble there. I don't think I need to spell that out, folks. There was a garden right there. There was things growing there, but it wasn't tomatoes or cucumbers or anything else. The happy stuff. There was some trouble that summer. We ended up getting kicked off again, and just harebrained ideas. It's basically a threat every spring. Okay, well, if you want to go ahead and farm that property, you need to write out a check and you need to have it here in the next hour. You need to understand these people really haven't done anything. They were given a piece of property. They don't know how to act with it. They've never done much except for file a lawsuit about 25 years ago. Took what I'm going to call winnings of the lawsuit, went to Reno or Vegas, I'm not sure which one, dumped the whole damn thing and ended up with nothing. This property came up on taxes 4 or 5 years ago. They were bailed out by a family member that is not prepared nor is going to do it again because there was no appreciation there whatsoever. Rumor has it's going to come up for taxes again. I don't feel bad for these people, not one bit, not one iota. A lot of harebrained ideas, just kind of cutthroat, threatening. It's a little bit laughable, but it's pretty sad too. Long story short, I'm going to keep a very keen eye on this property, and if anybody's locals listening and the landowner finds out, yes, I just said that. This needs to be tended to and taken care of. But yeah, who knows? Crazier things have happened. This might just be the commercial garden. I already got a fence there. Maybe in about another couple of years, we'll see. As you can see, years ago, a damn camper, how it was even afforded, got brought in here. Pretty nice one too at the time. Well, the front door's been knocked into that thing for about 2-3 years, so there's a bunch of animals living in there. They ended up putting in a well. Put in a well, which I'm here to tell you is about $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to go ahead and moist feed the garden, but then also to supply water to the camper. I know for a fact that there's a lien on the property from that well that was never paid for. Folks, I could go on for about another hour, but I'm getting sick to my guts even talking about it. I actually am questioning about even posting this video. I don't know. But enough of all that garbage crap. Here we are. Just got done. And I'm going to take you for a ride and you're going to see the rest. The top of that hill is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It runs darn near the entire length of the 40, and I'm going to show it to you. It's supposed to be one of those sticky days today. From what I'm seeing, no joke, it's going to hit almost 90, and they're saying 97% humidity. That's what it said. I'm just repeating it. But I got to get my butt in gear here. I am taking off early this afternoon. I'm taking it off, I should say. There's a 50th wedding anniversary that I'm going to attend for a few hours, couple hours or so. And then we're also gonna be driving by some hay that's been down and got rained on for a little while. We're gonna drive by that, and I'm gonna show you that. Dad's gonna rake that up about 1 o'clock, which it should be ready. The dew was so bad this morning, you'd swear we got an 1/8 inch of rain at about 6 a.m. It was that bad. Dad's gonna rake that up, and I should be round baling by about 4 o'clock. So, go for a little tour here. You've seen the main field that I was just in. Now you got this little runway, this used to be nice and big and healthy here, but of course, a fence will kind of stop that. There's another smaller field I'm positive you can probably see it. That's the one I just got done mowing down. I started cutting all this about 9:30 a.m. With all the twists and turns and corners and watching out for a lot of things, it was this was about a 2-hour venture, which wasn't too bad. The quality is not here, and quantity. We didn't dare put fertilizer on this spring. That's way too much of a gamble. So the quantity suffered greatly with the lack of no fertilizer, and the quality is getting. I'm going to tell you what. It's not too bad. This is going to make some beautiful small square bales, which is our intentions here. So it's not too bad. Other than that, I went for a nice little enjoyable ride on the Ranger last night. Checked on a couple of rental property crops and some other things, and had a few Diet Cokes. And yeah, got out a little bit. All right, big announcement. If anybody's still watching, you are going to get a video late this afternoon, early evening. Krista's up. She got up late last night, and she is gonna round bale. Obviously, I'm gonna put on a little schooling, and then she's gonna be in the driver's seat. So she'll be with me about 4 o'clock when I go to round bale, what I'm about to show you, and we're gonna do a nice little video about that. It ought to be interesting. Be honest with you, I'm not really scared at all. I guarantee she's going to do a great job. Okay, we are now entering the hay that was cut 3 days ago. You can obviously tell with the discoloration. This is that beautiful runway. It goes all the way in. Yeah, it's pretty nice, really nice. Now this. I'm going to call it the spade. Now see, that's oats. That's a different landowner. That is our oats. It's part of the same family, but a different landowner, where there's no questions asked. It's just, please do a good job. We don't have to worry about it. This spade here is actually very capable of some extremely good hay. There's been a lot of hay taken off of here, especially with fertilizer. It's not the case this year. It's not very great, and then it got rained on, so it's going to be round baled late this afternoon. Started off this morning doing a little bit of feeding that there was. Got a couple things in order. Just some little stupid personal stuff, you know, around the house and the yard like everybody else does. Yeah, so this is my day. Cutting hay today, this morning, round baling late this afternoon, and it's going to be kind of a shorter day. I'm pretty damn sure that Krista and I are going to do something nice and fun and exciting here early this evening and live life a little bit. So, folks, just checking in. Stay tuned to a nice video with Krista round baling, and pray for me a little bit in this equipment. But no, she'll do a fine job. And we'll talk to you sooner than later.